Well, here we go. People keep telling me I should write this. When I was in the hospital and I had my car accident, they'd shoot me up with the whatever they shot me up with, painkillers, and I would be off into La La Land. The first one that I remember, and I think it was because my dad came in to see me, and he had a little mustache, looked like a cowboy, and I couldn't talk. I just woke up out of a coma. I'd been in a coma for a month. I'd died twice in the coma. So now I'm awake. I'm just laying there. And, people are like, petting my hand, saying all this stuff. I have no idea what happened. Didn't know I was in a car accident, nothing. But I got my dad standing over me, telling me, everything's all right. And he's got his little cowboy mustache. And then they come over and they shoot me up, and I'm gone. So, taking the cowboy mustache, I guess, I went into a dream that my uncle, my dad's brother, my Uncle Hal, who had just sold his house in Burbank and bought a gigantic house in Illinois, in Nauvoo, decided to take out money on his house that he just bought and finance a train robbery movie. And somehow he picked up, I think, Universal Studios to do it. And it was going to star me and my dad and him and his other brother and I think his sister and some other people in the family and some actors that somehow were friends of the family. I don't know. This is all, hallucinating while I was dreaming. So we somehow he gets a train. There's a train track, somehow a railroad track that goes from Nauvoo, Illinois, and it comes in. I don't know if it does or not. This is all in my head in the dream. Comes through Nauvoo, comes down through Salt Lake, down through Las Vegas and into California. So they have this big old times, train and, old steam engine they got, and they were going to use it in the film. In the film, we're going to rob a bank in Salt Lake and go down through Utah. And once we got out of Utah, we're going through the canyon. There's this canyon gorge. I can't remember what canyon it is, but it's a big canyon where Indians used to be and all that crap. Well, the train track was going to go through that canyon. It was going to crash into the water, and my Uncle Hal, I think, was going to get hurt or something in that crash, and my Uncle Harold or my Uncle Joe. But my dad, I don't know what happened to him, but I somehow got a horse and took the money and took off through these. Now all of a sudden it went from movie and all these cameras and people telling us what to do to a real, train robbery. So now it's a real train robbery. All of a sudden I'm alone. I'm on a horse at night riding through the desert with all this money because we just robbed a, bank in Salt Lake. And I'm going through the desert at night, and I go around Las Vegas because, I don't want to get caught. And I keep going in through to California, and I know that when you're coming on the 15 going into, towards Vegas, you can see a little mine shaft in the hill on your left if you ever look. Just when you're getting towards the border. So I got my horse and we rode towards that mine because I remembered it. And I got the loot and I tied it up with a big chain that I found at the mine. I threw it down the shaft and tied it onto a big log, so it was just hanging down the shaft. I could just pull it up with the chain. So now all of a sudden I'm on a motorcycle. I'm on my Triumph. I got a '68 Triumph, and I'm flying through, going right straight through Vegas, and I'm shooting all the neon signs with but I'm dressed up like a cowboy, shooting all the signs, and now it's a movie again. I don't know why it's gone from a Western, and I got a horse, now I'm on a motorcycle, it doesn't make any sense. Let me see what time is. Okay, so now I'm going through Vegas, and I'm shooting all the freaking neon signs, bam, 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 that big Buffalo Bill one, shooting it with my shotgun, and there's a guy there filming it all. Oh, good, and we keep going. And so I ride all the way back up into Utah, and I go to this girl's house who was looked like my ex-wife, and I kick her door, hey, and she opens it up, and I'm all like a bad cowboy with my, guns and everything, and all cowboy hat, and all cool looking, and I'm like, hey, darling, here I am. I just robbed the bank up, and she goes, I know, get in the house, and so she, blah, blah. So it goes between, now that's not the movie, but it is the movie, but there's no camp, it goes back and forth. So finally, this is all back, da-da-da-da-da-da. I get on a train, I go back to L.A. Now I'm in L.A. Now it seems that we're going to have a big premiere, so they have a big white train pull up in Universal Studios to pick me up, just me, and taking me to the premiere, where it's going to be a big surprise for me because I just got out of the hospital, because of the bad thing that happened to me. I still don't know what. All I know is something really bad happened to me. My leg was screwed, completely munched. Wasn't sure what, but it was like a miracle that I was able to make the movie, so they were going to surprise me. And so they're like, wow, this is a really big thing for you, Michael. And they got the train, it's pretty amazing. They have a train track at Universal going to this, they laid the track down to the theater, probably Chinese theater for the premiere. So I get there, and it's a big thing, all these people, and I'm like, I feel like crap. I don't want to be here. I don't feel good. And so they started filling me full of medicine and drugs. I'm like, and then I wake up. I'm in the hospital again. I'm like, oh, crap. So that was like one part of the bank robbery thing. And so then I'd try to write to my dad. I'm saying, trying to say bank robbery in film movie, and he's like, what? And I couldn't write yet, because every time they would give me something to write with, they give it to me, and I grab it in my left hand and try to write. I'm right-handed, but it didn't occur to me to grab it with my right hand and write, because I was blind in this eye from the accident, and I didn't realize that was even happening. So I guess I can't see, so this arm isn't here, so I just grabbed with this hand and I try to write, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't write either. This is horrible. It's been a horrible accident. I don't know how to write. I can't talk. All this crap. How many more minutes do I got? Because there's like a lot of dreams. I'm going to have to cut them up into like 10-minute little things. But that's just one part of the bank robbery dream. There's the whole family was involved. It turns out we got a whole line of restaurants with the Great Train bank robbery theme, and we had to go to all these grand openings. We had them in Vegas and LA and Chicago and New York, and train took us everywhere, and it was great, and all these people, and I couldn't believe all this just from a movie that my uncle, supplied the money with, and we made this gigantic movie. Made no sense. Wait till you hear about the one my cousin comes to see me, this girl, and she looked like Nikki Sixx, and then went to her house in Phoenix, ended up trying to work on a computer under her house, and then next thing I know, I'm helping Santa Claus throw candy out over Germany. That's my next one. Alright, I'll see you then. I'll cut off right now. Bye.